Welcome to Renaissance City, a Prowlers and Paragons actual play produced by TTRP Theater. I am Duke Walter, your game master. Myself and a group of friends have come together to spin some tales, have some laughs, and hopefully entertain you with our stories of superheroes. The Prowlers and Paragons system is a rules-light role-playing game that allows us to live out the fantasy of being the heroes and villains. Saint Shadow is played by Jazz Abramowitz. The Scarlet Spartan is Dean Martin Jr. Cotton Dearborn and King are played by Chris Freedom. TTRP Theater is a group of actors, artists, and gamers from all walks of life that collaborate to bring you compelling content. We are a diverse group that loves playing a diverse set of games in a diverse set of styles. We have created a community for all people to come together and help us tell stories that we can all be proud of. Be sure to visit ttrptheater.com for all of our content. Okay, let's get into the show. Okay, so last time we learned a lot of things.
Well, Glyptic and Illustrator got into it.
Glyptic and the Illustrator got into it. You met Francois, the troubadour, fascinated by his laboratory and all of the things. He provided each of you with your own communicators.
Power talkers.
As well as the power talkers, yes. Provided each of you with your own power talker, and it has begun work on trying to help disable his brain bug, as the troubadour so succinctly put it. Alliteration? That's the word. So alliteratively put it. It's likely that Glyptic also has been implanted with whatever the device is that the Sable also has.
And that makes you wonder why Illustrator assaulted him.
He might not have been his own mind.
Right. He may not have understood that he was chipped and he was acting aggressive, and so fuck that guy.
Yeah, and Illustrator's not chipped, and he had to put him down.
Maybe.
Or Illustrator's chipped too, and the whole objective is to turn everybody against everybody, so we all fucking lose.
Well, but if they've got them both chipped, they keep them allied, and they're pawns for the guard.
Unless it's an elaborate ruse to draw us in.
Maybe.
In which case, we should probably just not even follow this thread and start something new.
Off to Des Moines?
Des Moines!
Let's stop by the lake, and then we're off to Des Moines.
On your way to Indianapolis?
I think we need to go to the hat shop and meet about it.
Yeah. Listen, we need to go to the hat shop, get groceries, buy a new car.
Let's write a note for the bartender and let him know we came by.
Feed the dogs at the lake house, make sure they have sausage.
Get a bag of cream.
Get a bag of cream, and then go to Des Moines. Yep. Sweet.
Well, we plotted it out. Let's do it.
Well, welcome to the last episode of Renaissance City, everybody.
Same as all the rest.
Yep.
So, Raymond, you've got some intel on the Bernsteins, and you are interested in trying to have a chat or abduct or in some way interact with Davy Bernstein. Abe is one of the other brothers that is still out there. And Joseph is the other brother. So I'm not saying that I'm going to make you go through all three brothers to get to Davy, but those are the three Bernstein brothers that are still alive and active in the city of Detroit.
Are Bernstein brothers like bad guy levels? They get harder with each Bernstein brother you encounter.
Right? So one is right. Raymond was level 1. Abe is level 2. Joseph is level 3, and Davey is the big bad guy at the end of the game.
Right.
You know that the Bernsteins have the compound. You know some active spots around town, whether it be Garland's or the music store or a couple of places over in Grosse Pointe.
Was Bruno's one?
Bruno's Music, yeah.
Guys, let's go to Garland's. I'm hungry.
Are you going in disguise or are you going in as the Power Walkers?
We're incognito, aren't we?
When we left the last episode, you guys were kind of, I mean, I was under the impression that you were on the verge of saying, fuck it, let's go back to the streets and take it to these people instead of hiding and scampering around trying to stay out of the limelight. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think we can go to Garland's. I think we go as the Power Walkers.
Full on.
Cut to Shadow, Raymond, and King power walking in unison up the sidewalk.
Yeah, out of the car, and the funk music hits, and power walk up the street, and in the front door of Garland's. What are you doing once you get inside the store?
Shadow wouldn't go inside the store as Shadow.
Is Shadow going to run across the street and stand on top of a building and look out?
But something similar to that. I think if we're kind of trying to get to one of the Bernstein brothers via the street level thugs who would be coming into Garland, I think we'd be better suited to just wait in the parking lot for one of them to show up.
Yeah, I think that's a better call than getting stuck inside.
So you're not going to go inside and push your way into the back room. You're going to sit and wait for someone to possibly show up.
Is that where they are? Is that, as Jazz is asking, that's where they are? They're in the back room, or that's where we think?
That's where Cotton had seen them previously. Raymond had heard something going on in the back of the building, and then was immediately called off and around, and that's when you guys went on the chase.
King had continued walking when they sat down to discuss the strategy, and he walks into the grocery store.
Okay, well, Jazz specifically said it as meta that he was talking this out, so Shadow didn't sit down to discuss this. This was table talk. But King walks in. Okay.
All right. Shadow comes in behind.
What choice we got?
King jumps up in one fluid motion and on top of the checkout counter where they check out the groceries, and he's standing on top of the checkout counter, looking down at the guy that takes the money, and he just says, making sure to show his teeth, "I want to speak to the head of the Purple Gang."
This young kid, maybe
shop clerk,
15, 16 years old. Roll command.
Command.
All
right.
Ooh.
3 ones.
The three of you enter the building, and King, you leap up on the counter, and this poor kid is immediately just so frightened. You caught him in the midst of putting a stick of gum into his mouth, and he just is frozen in fear for a second at your sheer mass and size. And you bare your teeth at him, and he immediately starts crying. And it turns so hard and so fast that there's snot, running down his face, and he just turns into a blubbering mess.
Took care of him.
King jumps off the counter and goes to the back room and tries the door handle. It's locked. Shadow, help me get in here.
Oh, great. Who else is in the grocery? Are there other people?
You don't see anybody else.
Okay, just the kid. Ugh.
Is that covert?
Yes, covert to unlock the door.
5 total successes.
You get the door unlocked. Are you bursting in through? Or are you trying to open it quietly? What are you doing?
Yeah, I think, Shadow's nature is to do everything quietly. So he would take out his lock-picking tools and gently listen for the click and then gently push the door open ever so slightly and then step aside for King to make his entrance.
King, the door is open. Raymond, the door is open.
King ducks down a little bit to make sure not to hit his head and enters the room with a presence as if to announce, whoever thought they were running shit, now I'm running shit, and looks for somebody to confront.
There are 2 people back here. One woman, a little bit older, kind of small. The other is probably late 40s, early 50s, graying hair, kind of bald, wispy hair on top, big old pot belly. He's wearing an apron. He's moving some stuff around on a shelf. The woman is off to the other side of the room. This is like a storeroom. You can see the back dock door of the building on the far side of this room, and the woman sees King and immediately lets out a scream. The gentleman turns, and you can see him kind of shaking a little bit, and he's reaching down under his apron with his right hand. What are you doing?
King lurches forward to grab him by the neck and prevent him from taking any further action.
That's easy enough. You have him by the throat.
Eey.
Raymond, what are you doing?
Okay, Raymond's gonna scope out the place. Looking for anything, just he's looking for hidden portals or something. A line on the floor or just something that doesn't look,
Okay, roll perception.
Okay.
No, roll investigation.
Ugh, kneecap me. All right. Come on, baby. 1 dice. I got one success.
1 success. Okay. In your investigation, you can see that there is a small office off to the back corner that was kind of hidden by some of the shelves, but you don't find anything other than that. You don't find any secret doorways or hidden stairways or anything like that.
Right. All right. Can you see back into the office enough to see anybody back there?
No, you can just see that there is an office back there. The door is slightly ajar. Shadow, what are you doing?
Shadow is with King inside the room. So when King burst into the room, Shadow slunked in right behind him. And so as he's reached out to grab the guy by the throat, Shadow has quickly and quietly moved around to the other side of the people in there, so that basically, King on one side, Shadow on the other, and then the folks in between.
King, you have this guy by the throat.
Ooh.
Guys, I'm really sorry. We don't mean you any harm. I was here to neutralize a threat. We are in search of somebody from the Purple Gang. Can you tell me where I can find someone to talk to?
You're popping his head off.
I loosened my grip.
Guys, I'm really sorry as I have you by the throat as a 7.5 foot tall winged lion.
He went for a gun. What are you going to do?
So you loosen your grip. Do you put him down and just kind of, keep your hand on him?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want any harm, man. I don't know. How come how come you're here? Oh my God. And he's just kind of freaking out.
We need to speak to somebody with the purple gang. Can you give me a name and an address?
Did we come to the wrong grocery?
I'll tell you anything you want, man. Just don't kill me, okay? Just leave my wife out of it. And just don't kill me, okay? Who are you looking for?
We really want to talk to Davy Bernstein.
I don't know where he's at, man. I could I mean, you might be able to find him in Royal Oak. I don't know. I don't ever interact with him. I mean,
where are the toughs that frequent this place?
I mean, maybe maybe Billy Boy. I don't know.
Where do we find him?
Last I knew, Billy Boy was recovering and holed up out on Grosse Point. He's got a place out on Caroline, just up from Grosse Point Park. You'll see his car outside. It's a really slick black Cadillac. That's all I know, man. That's all I know.
Thank you. You're fine.
King.
GM.
Yes.
Does that guy know that I'm in the room?
I was like, how did you know his name was Jim? He didn't say that. Okay, go ahead.
You never rolled covert. So if you want to roll covert, we can go from there.
7 total?
Oh yeah, you're totally hidden.
Okay. So, well, hold on though. Before all that is happening, so King bursts in the room, holds this guy by his neck. Shadow slinks in behind King, quietly and unseen, makes his way and positions himself behind the guy. And so as the guy finishes up saying that he doesn't know anything, the last thing that he feels is an arm around his neck, a dagger at his throat, and he hears, "Are you sure?"
Roll command.
Dude, I was all excited. I thought you were going to take a different tact. I thought you were going to wait until the two of us walked out and then hear what he really meant. I was kind of excited about that.
I thought you were going to go search the office.
Yeah.
2 successes on command.
I don't know where else to tell you, man. I'm nobody important. Okay. I'm nobody important. I take my orders just like everybody else. All right.
We came at the wrong time. Sorry about the trouble. Don't hold it against us. I'm not sure what's going on. Psst, let's get out of here.
Hey, Raymond, give me one of those coins.
A piece of gold? Yeah. All right, I'll hand it to him.
You gave it to me, right?
Yep.
As we're walking out the front of the grocery store, I flip it over to the kid. Sorry, buddy. I probably came in a little aggressive. Have a good day, buddy. And we get out of there.
Can I roll covert to stay behind in the office and see if they notice me?
Sure.
You got your hand around his neck.
I know, but I synced up behind him and then I slink back into the shadow.
He does disappear on command. I mean, it's pretty neat.
Yeah.
4.
Whoa. Okay. Well, I rolled 2 successes, so you get to tell it.
So he says, I'm nobody. And as King then majestically storms out of the room, Shadow slinks back into the corner, almost inexplicably hiding in the tiniest of crevices on the other side of the file cabinet.
Okay. So you are hidden in the office. King and Raymond have exited the building. You hear the old man coughing for a minute, and you can hear him talking to the woman outside, and he's trying to calm her down. And everything will be okay. Okay, everything will be all right. I'll get this taken care of. Okay, I'll get it taken care of. And after a couple of minutes of that, he comes into the office and picks up the phone and dials a number, and you can only hear him on his end of the line. Well, actually, you know what? Roll perception.
Ooh, yeah. You got some of that.
I do have some of that. I have a lot of that.
While he's rolling the dice behind the file cabinet, the man hears the dice at the floor.
He hears the dice box being rolled into.
5 successes with 3 sixes so far.
God damn.
Oh, okay.
7, 8, 9 total. 9 total.
You hear the
You can hear the
cholesterol
guy's
level of the
heartbeat.
person.
It's not what it's about.
Yep.
I could hear the cholesterol in his.
Yep. You know that his cholesterol is 192 and that he's on the verge of a heart attack.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
You can hear into the future.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep, you can hear into the future as he picks up the phone. And you're so busy listening to the future that you don't hear what he says while he's on the phone.
You have to pay attention to the conversation.
I sense he's going to make a phone call.
Oh shit.
So he picks up the phone and you hear him ask the operator for a number, and on the other end of the line you hear a man pick up.
I will take down that number. I will commit it to memory. Because don't they do like wasn't it like 10 Washington?
Yeah, I don't know what the cadence is, but yes, you can memorize. You can get that number.
Yeah, so I just want to commit it to memory.
Okay, you commit that number to memory, and you hear a man's voice on the other end of the phone, and the older guy there in the grocery store, Mr. Garland. You assume, hey, those sons of bitches were just here. We've been made. You hear the other voice. Roll intellect.
God, why would he be telling him to roll intellect? That's so weird.
Ooh, I got good intellect too. 1, 2.
He got it all.
1, 2. 2 successes.
Okay, you're not sure. You know that you recognize the voice, but you can't place it. It's maybe it's a little too tinny coming out, and you're kind of behind this cabinet. But you can tell that it's a man's voice. You hear the voice on the other end of the line say, "Well, do what you have to." He says, "I got my wife here. What do you expect me to do?" The voice on the other end of the line says, "Whatever you have to." The guy hangs up the phone. He comes out of the office, and you can't see where he goes, Shadow. You hear him walk out through the front, walk out of the storeroom and into the front of the store.
To my knowledge, is the front door the only way out of the office? Are there...
So there's the large bay door at the back of the storeroom, and there's another just regular door leading out of the back of the building, and then there's the door that leads out to the front of the store from the storeroom. He went out towards the front of the building, as if he was following where King and Raymond were.
So I will covertly try and follow him.
Okay, roll covert.
1, 2, 5.
You're able to stay out of sight. He's obviously not paying attention. The woman had turned her back as you snuck through, and you see him go up to the front counter, and he comes out from behind the front counter with a Tommy gun.
Can I throw a dagger at the back of his knees? Try and
throw a dagger at his knee. Yep. Roll agility.
Agility plus 1.
Plus 2? Plus 1.
Plus 1. 4 successes with 3 sixes. 5, 6 total.
Well, seeing as he's just a grocery store owner, you tell me what happens.
First of all, I think it's important that we establish
that Shadow doesn't murder.
No, that's been well established. That's canon for a long time. I think it's important we establish that he's a badass grocery store owner.
He's an old, balding, middle-aged man
who looks like The Rock. Okay.
No, he does not.
Who
he has a big pot belly, wearing an apron. He is a middle-aged, balding, fat man that runs a grocery store.
Okay, kind of like Andre the Giant. Copy. So, so Shadow sees this huge, lurking Andre the Giant looking grocery guy.
Oh God!
Grab a Tommy gun and seems to be moving at absolutely lightning speed towards the door. And Shadow pulls out one of his daggers. It twinkles against the light.
Ching.
And he rears it back and with pinpoint accuracy lodges it directly behind his kneecap.
And he bleeds out so quickly that he dies.
That's not realistic. Do you get to add an embellishment? What did you roll?
He's a minion. He's a minion, so one die kills him, and you rolled 6.
He's a minion?
Yeah, he's just a fucking dude.
All right. Well, if he's gonna die, then
if you're not doing lethal damage, it's fine. You put a knife in his knee, and he's down on the ground. You have taken him out.
He's incapacitated.
The kid who was admiring his gold coin up in the light, you see him, and he palms it real quick and runs out the front door.
I want to run up onto what's his name? Herb?
Sure, Herb Garland.
I want to run up on Herb Garland, and do I pass? Because Shadow runs really fast. Do I pass the kid on the way?
I mean, you could easily get to the kid before he could make it out the front door. Yes.
Okay, so I want to get to the kid. What would I roll for like sleight of hand?
Covert.
Take him down.
I want to try and get the coin back.
There we go, baby.
Oh God! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes with 3 sixes. 6, 7, 8 total successes to get the coin back.
It's crazy. I rolled 9 6s in a row for that kid.
Did you really?
Serious?
No, of course not.
Man, I was excited about that.
I was too.
I thought, what a moment.
I was like, make him a super.
No, I rolled a 1.
So Shadow runs towards Herb. He passes the kid on the way, sees the kid admiring the gold coin, and as he's about to put it in his pocket and jet, Shadow deftly reaches out and snatches it from his hand and puts it in his satchel, and then runs up on Herb, grabbing him by the lapels, flipping him on his back, grabbing him by the lapels, and saying, "Who did you call? Who did you call?"
Jeez. You guys are really aggro tonight.
Says the guy who wanted to pull everybody's fingers off to get them to answer questions.
Right.
Hey, we're cutting that.
Still.
Raymond's a little bit shocked by the happenings here.
It took us an hour to talk you out of it.
Literally an hour to talk you out of it.
I mean, he jumped up on the counter and just scared it. I mean, that kid's going to have nightmares.
You turn him over, and he's bleeding out and whimpering, and he just says, "Joseph," and then falls unconscious.
I leave and catch up with the guys.
As you're walking out the door, you faintly realize that the kid's cholesterol level is really healthy.
Yeah, he's like, it's crazy. He's like a 67 or 68. Like he's, you know what I mean? He's got that young.
Slightly before I leave, I recognize like how crazy his cholesterol is. And so I go back into the grocery store. I grab some fish. I grab some nice leafy greens, and I give them to the kid and tell him to take care of himself.
Okay, hold on. While he's kicking everybody's ass, can we do something?
Please.
Yeah. Kidding. Let's hit a rooftop. Hide out from him.
All right.
Stalk the shadow.
All right. I want to roll flight to get up on a rooftop.
Okay. You don't need to roll flight to get up there. You can just fly right up there.
All right. Done.
Easy to do.
Flew up to the roof.
So you fly up to the roof. Do you grab Raymond on the way, or Raymond, are you taking a leap across the street and landing on the roof next to King?
I always go for the flight. Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, I grab his ankle.
Yep, kick the foot up, grab the ankle, up you go across the street on top of the second story building across the street. And are you trying to hide from Shadow?
The second story building, yeah.
We're hiding and observing. We want to hide and observe.
I need you to roll covert, both of you.
We're going to spy on him.
3 1s again.
Okay, Ray got 2.
Ray got 2. Okay, so you guys are up on this, on the roof of this 2-story building across the street. Shadow comes out the front door, and King, you're looking out over the edge.
Your wings are blocking the sun.
so the tips of your, you know what I mean? The bend in your wings and your horns are sticking up over the edge of the building across the street. And Shadow, you can see King kind of peeking over the edge of the building across the street from you. What do you do?
Did Raymond see him murder people?
No, you didn't see anything. He was outside.
Damn it. Okay. I was picturing like big glass windows. Okay, I got you.
Shadow goes into a full speed sprint and scales the side of the building to join them on the roof.
Ah!
You see Shadow run across the street and quickly scale the building to get up on top with you. The 3 of you now stand on top of this 2-story building across the street from Garland's Groceries. What are you doing?
Raymond was still covert. Did he see the kid run out?
The kid runs out after Shadow. So Shadow gets out first, and then the kid runs away as Shadow is running across the street and scaling the building.
What now, guys?
This grocery store clerk, or this owner, Herb, he's in with somebody named Joey, and he meant to murder us. We're on to something.
Where's he at now?
I took care of it.
Uh-huh. You sure did, didn't you?
I didn't kill the man, if that's what you're asking, but he is indisposed.
How do we get Joseph?
Let's go check out Bruno's.
Did you say Joseph already, Shadow?
No, he said Joey.
Joey, okay.
Yeah, but you said Joseph as the NPC.
Correct.
That's what I was going back to. I'm sorry. How do we get Joey?
I've got a phone number.
Oh. Let's go to it. Call them, ask them where they live.
Let's go to the phone number. Let's go. Call it. Do it. Let's go back in the grocery store and use the phone.
Oh my God! Yes, please.
All right, let's do that.
Okay,
we'll go back into the same office and call him from his phone, from
Perfect.
Herb's phone.
Yeah,
I mean, in case he has caller ID,
I'll make the call.
So you go back into the grocery store to use the phone, and the woman is standing over her husband, who is bleeding out all over the floor, and she begins to scream as you enter the building, like scream in fear.
For good reason.
And then starts yelling, "Don't kill me! Don't kill me! Don't kill me! You killed my husband! Oh my God! Don't kill me!"
Hey, can we quick use your phone?
Shadow, the number that you heard him ask for was Royal Oak 333.
Okay.
Oh.
Mrs. Garland, would you be so kind as to allow us to use your phone? We'll just be a minute.
That's what King is saying?
No, I'm just kidding.
King is all polite like
it's
that?
just funny.
Madam, if you'll excuse me for a moment, I was hoping that we could bother you to take the time to use your telephone device. I believe it's located in the back of the building.
So, yeah, let's go back to...
You just move on by her?
Let's move on by her. I have like a small...
There is a Tommy gun on the floor too, so you know.
Yeah, I'm going to look out. I'm going to stay out here and look out for any unwanted guests.
Well, hey, There's a Tommy gun on the floor. Let's pick that up.
Okay, you have the Tommy gun in your hand, Raymond.
Yep. Bend it up. Twist it. Never to be used again.
Okay, busted up Tommy gun.
Hey, that was a bad dude. You can do better than that.
She's still screaming and inconsolable.
I should put her out of her misery.
She's crying, blubbering.
Agreed.
I'll go in the back and dial the number or ask to be connected.
You want me to make the call?
Sure.
Really?
Yeah.
You hand Raymond the phone after asking for Royal Oak 333.
Yes.
She put me through?
Yes. This is Joseph.
Yes, Joseph. My name is Shimamino Diskowitz, and I represent Roy's Haberdashery. And we happened to catch a picture of you in the newspaper without a hat at the dedication of the food bank. And we would like to acknowledge your generosity with a free line of this season's hats.
That's really generous of you. How do I go about taking care of this?
We're a full-service haberdashery.
You gonna send someone over?
I will myself come to your residence, measure you for hats, and bring you plenty of samples for you to pick from.
That's quite an offer. Tell me your name again?
Shimamino Diskowitz.
Mr. Diskowitz. Okay. Yeah, let's I've got a few irons in the fire today. How's tomorrow morning?
Perfect.
Let's say 9:30.
And the address?
The address is 333 Valentine Lane in Royal Oak.
333 Valentine Lane in Royal Oak.
Mm-hmm.
9:30 in the morning, sir. Looking forward to our meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Diskowitz. I appreciate it. It's very, very kind of you.
It'll be good to meet you tomorrow.
Yes, if you'll pull up outside the gates, I will have word to my men that you'll be in about 9:30 and to let you on through.
Excellent. Excellent. Once again, your generosity is appreciated by the entirety of the community.
Well, I'm just out here doing what I can to make Detroit a better place.
Very well. Good day, sir.
Thank you.
Click.
Well, that took a turn.
Very good, Raven. That is not what I expected.
That was expert level, Raymond. I don't know it yet because I'm in the other room, but it really was.
Raymond? Who is this Raymond? I'm Shimamino Diskowitz.
Touche.
Fair.
Okay. Well, we better get to Roy's and put together some hats.
Right, now you have reason to go to the haberdashery. So off to the haberdashery you go.
Mic drop.
That was great.
That was a solid phone call, dude. You're on phones from now on. Done.
Hilarious. Raymond.
Raymond is an enigma. That's what Raymond is. Raymond is a complete enigma.
Oh, you got to understand, when I get these bonuses, I pass him around to things where I think where he might be learning, And this last bonus, I added one to charm because I'm thinking he's starting to understand people better, and we put the charm on old Joseph.
Yeah, it's great.
Dig it.
It works perfectly. I totally dig it.
Did you guys get that address?
Yeah.
Yep. Said it twice. Excellent.
Well, I mean, meta, you know where you're going, right? Back to the scene of the crime.
Yeah, back to the fucking compound.
Back to the compound.
Well,
I thought you were going to invite him to the shop.
That's what I thought you were going to do, too.
And where he could be isolated with not around all of his cronies and walls and mechs.
I got to tell you, I am super stoked to be rolling in there in a car, like covert. Like, that's going to be fun. I want to do that. That's going to be a good time.
Oh, you're going to do it.
Yeah, we couldn't sacrifice Royce to chaos.
You could have given him a fake address. We could have taken him anywhere.
Now, hold on. Don't poo-poo on the plan, dude.
No.
Oh, no, I like it. I like the plan.
No. I dig it. Like, we'll go in in disguise and fuck it up. I dig it. I'm just saying it was an option to do that as well.
I'm a little concerned about Shadow's psychology. I mean, he's over here murdering shopkeepers, and in his mind, he's seeing Andre the Giant. Maybe he's starting to wilt, man. Maybe he's starting to wilt.
Oh, but it gets way deeper than that.
He ain't got teeth for the fight.
It gets way deeper than that. He's the murderous hero that fancies himself
so murderous.
a peacemaker. And he doesn't think he kills anybody.
No,
and he just leaves bodies in his wake.
He didn't die.
He's hurling knives.
If his stupid wife would just calm down and, like, wrap a fucking tourniquet around his leg, he'd be fine.
Right.
Yeah, in the 1920s, the tourniquet on his leg, he's fine. It's no big deal.
He might get a staph infection and die, but not from my doing.
But not from your doing.
I'm pretty sure that's still your fault.
No.
Yeah.
That's her lack of caring about it.
Oh God, this fucker has rich boy privilege all over him.
So much bullshit.
It's a sickness.
So much bullshit.
Sickness. It's great.
Shadow has never hurt anybody in his life.
He could use a blackjack. He could punch people out.
Choke him out.
He's hurling daggers.
He could do figure four leg locks.
Two edges.
All kinds of options. Jiu-jitsu their ass, but no, he flings daggers.
Listen, stop taking reality and applying it to this. Because bat-shaped ninja stars and fucking bombs at people and all that shit, and they don't fucking die.
Yeah, it's G.I. Joe, dude.
Right?
He's funny.
G.I. Joe. It's not reality. Shadow's never killed anybody. Ever.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for listening. My name is Duke Walter, your game master. Renaissance City is a Prowlers and Paragons Ultimate Edition actual play set in an alternate 1920s Detroit. It's a bit noir, a bit sci-fi, and a whole lot of fun. You can follow me on Twitter at Invisible Duke. The Scarlet Spartan is played by Dean Martin Jr. Cotton Dearborn and King are played by Chris Freedom. Saint Shadow is played by Jazz Abramowitz. You can find all of our content at ttrptheater.com. We have links to our YouTube page, our Twitter, Twitch, all of those things there. Thanks again for listening. Join us next time for more Renaissance City.